Welcome to the November edition of Special Olympics Rhode Island magazine. My name is Henry Rhode. Joining me today is John Zuber from Plant, Rhode Island. Welcome to the show.
Thanks, Henry.
What is Plant, Rhode Island?
Plant, Rhode Island is a nonprofit organization that was formed about 10 years ago by a group of parents who were trying to find a good answer to the question, what will happen to my son or daughter when I can't help them anymore?
Yep. And how many members have you, when you started, you have?
Well, we started with a small board of about 5 families, and we've had now 10 years of experience and have helped create about 20 networks for people.
That is great. Do you have like a network where you have a phone chat or things like that?
Well, we are mostly interested in helping create personal networks where people interact with each other and do a variety of things, including fun things like parties, going out together into the community, and also serious things like kind of planning and thinking about what will happen when mom and dad are gone and who's going to help.
That is
my
great.
son or
Yeah,
daughter,
that is a great thing to have because a lot of people don't know when their mom and dad's going to die, what the another day will come and where they'll go and everything.
Right.
Yeah.
Sure. Parents do so much for their children.
Oh, my mom did when she was living for me, and my sister and brothers. They they had it all planned. I would still live at home and everything in the same house and everything. What are the Plan's personal support networks? What do they do?
So you're lucky because you have a sister and brothers who are really helping you and supporting you. Sometimes people don't have those relatives who help them. And so for those individuals, we try to create a group of people, a network of people who know that person, care about them, and are committed to making sure that the good life, the good quality life that their parents helped them experience while their parents were still here continues after they're gone. So, members of that network, they do things like they advocate for that person. Some of them may be involved in helping them manage their money. Some of them may be involved in being just a friend, doing social things. So it's a mixed group, and it mostly helps make sure that that person is safe, happy, and well cared for.
That is great. Why is this series of informational workshops being offered at Special Olympics Education and Training Center?
So we approached Special Olympics this year and asked if they would be interested in offering some of our training that we do to family members who have kids in Special Olympics, and everybody thought that would be a great partnership. We are interested in helping parents plan before they get old and sick. We're interested in reaching parents, and Special Olympics has a tremendous family support orientation, and they know a lot of parents. So they're helping us meet those parents, and in return, we're offering them information and training. And
then when you have these information things, you invite other parents who haven't been to the group to come to join your group.
Absolutely.
That is great.
Yeah.
Who should come to these free sessions?
Well, I would really like to encourage all parents to come. Also, people who work in the field of supporting people with disabilities. Some of your coaches, some of the other people who are involved with Special Olympics, they already care about helping people. What we do in our training is we help people learn how to better help. This last week we did a series on where we explained to people how loneliness is not only emotionally harmful, it's physically harmful, and how we at Plan work on making sure that people are not lonely.
That is great. When are the trainings are coming up?
So I brought you a schedule, and basically we have some trainings that are coming up in November, mid-November, And in that particular training, we're bringing somebody from Connecticut who has created support networks for over 100 different families in Connecticut.
That is great.
We do the training twice every time we do it. We do it on a Tuesday night, and we also do it on a Saturday morning, because some people work, some people are busy in the evening.
It makes it, everybody can get a chance to go, because 2 times is better than 1.
We try to be very, accommodating in that.
That is good, because when you go you can't, the afternoons that you go, we can't get there, but when you have a Saturday morning, it'll be much better.
Yes, right.
Yeah.
Right.
How can people find out more to register to attend?
So we have a website, planri.org, and on that website is a list of all the trainings, and it also tells you how to register. Basically, call my wife, Connie. Our phone number is 401-785-9541. If you go to our website, you'll get that phone number. For those of you who are in the more modern era and do Facebook, Plan also has a Facebook page. And when you go to that, you'll see like about a 3 or 4 minute video that features.
I saw it last night. It was
it?
great. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
All the service you offer. Yeah.
Most of the people who were on that video are actually Special Olympians.
Yeah, I know. I knew a few. I knew a few of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we thank you for being on the show. We hope you come again.
Thank you.
And we'd like to know more about your group and the future of the new things you have coming up. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Henry. It's good to see you again.
You too. Back at more Special News Magazine after these exciting messages.
We knew that having normal experiences was really important to a normal future for him, but we weren't quite sure how to do it.
We were functioning okay, but again, it wasn't, we were doing ourselves significantly more.
One of the things that we definitely wanted to make sure happened was that Mark did not live an isolated life.
When you're younger, you go to school, you have teachers, you have Boy Scouts, or things that just exist. And those things start to diminish as you get older. What can we do to make sure that these type of activities and opportunities are going to be available for our child?
Allison was asking the question as a young adult, what's going to happen to me when you're not here, Mom? That meant bringing in people that loved Allison and would recognize her talents and her gifts, and that this would be a group of people that would share those gifts and talents and be there when I'm not there, right?
Plan RI is a 501c3 nonprofit. It's run by parents and community members who are invested in seeing that people with significant disabilities have the best lives possible.
One of the great fears that most parents have is, who's going to take care of my child when I'm not here? And take care of means a lot of different things, and there's certainly where you live and the resources you have. But the crucial part of being a human being is social interaction and having a happy, full life. And what I can guarantee Plan can do is provide for that, is create a network of people who care.
Plan, for a very modest investment, can really create a tremendous groundswell of support within a small community of people.
So it gives you some comfort, Al, to know that your network that we started 11 years ago is going to be around even Mommy and Daddy aren't. Right.
One of the great advantages of Plan is the network of parents and board members and people associated with Plan who have an amazing amount of knowledge.
And this is a very kind of a professional group. So you get really good people supporting you in both how to build your network, how to keep going.
Whenever I talk to families, all of them want to see that their children or their brothers or sisters will have a rich, full, secure, and safe life. And I think the mechanism of PLAN can absolutely ensure that that will continue to grow.
What PLAN has done for me is it's opened a world for me that I never thought could be possible.
Hi, welcome back to Special Olympics Rhode Magazine. My name is Megan Miller.
And my name is Mary Irons.
And joining us today are Sarah Cabral from Tiverton High School and Danielle Costa from Portsmouth High School. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having us.
What is the Unified Champion Schools program?
It's a group of high school students, and they all get together and try to promote inclusion and respect, no matter if you have a disability or not.
That's awesome.
How did you get involved with the program?
I originally got involved with the program. My brother was very involved with it. He's 4 years older than me. So I knew when I came to high school that was definitely something that I'd also want to be involved with. I have a brother with autism, so I just love inclusion and respect for everyone.
What have been some of your favorite memories since your involvement?
Probably we have a big unified basketball game at the end of the year, and we have tape a teacher and everything, and it's always so much fun.
What types of activities is your school involved with the Unified Schools program?
So we do a lot of activities throughout the year. We have a youth forum where a bunch of schools will come together and just talk about what they're doing. We also have the Polar Plunge. That is in March, I believe.
Yeah, March.
And what else do we do? We do Spread the Word to End the Word Day.
Yep, we usually have a whole week of that with a bunch of events going on.
Yeah. And then we also have a lot of unified games as well.
Mm-hmm.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Do you think these activities have created more awareness and inclusion of students with intellectual disabilities within your schools?
Yeah, I definitely think so. I know a lot of people, anytime they go to their first unified game, they see the smiles on the kids, and they just get so happy themselves, and they want to continue going and seeing them happy as well.
What is your role as the co-chair of State Youth Activation Committee?
We lead different schools. They send a bunch of people, and we all get together and we just make a bunch of ideas for activities or anything. So we just kind of get those going.
And I love that they have these programs in the schools now, because they didn't have them when I was in high school. They didn't have unified sports or Spread the Word to End the Word Day. So it's really good that schools are changing. I'm very, very happy about that.
Yeah.
And what would you say to get more students involved in the Unified School Program and the Youth Activation Committee?
That's a hard one.
It's hard.
Honestly, I think I would say that if you've never seen a child with a disability as happy as they are when they're playing unified games, then you really need to get out and help others feel the same way as you do, because everyone deserves a chance at respect and inclusion, and I think that's just the most important thing for others to know.
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having us.
We'll be right back right after these messages.
Looking for that special holiday gift? Tune into Special Olympics Rhode Island Holiday Auction Preview Show, channels 5 and 1005. Bid on dozens of original, one-of-a-kind items by going to biddingforgood.com/Special Olympics RI. All proceeds to benefit Special Olympics Rhode Island in their year-round program of sports training and competition for over 2,800 individuals with intellectual disabilities.
Welcome back to Special Olympics Rhode Island Magazine. Hi, I'm Mary Ellen Powers, and joining me now is Mark Hanna and Patricia Sylvia, who are going to be talking with me about the 20th anniversary of the holiday auction. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Mary Ellen.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure to have you.
Same here.
Thanks. Pat, how did the holiday auction begin, and how much was raised the first year?
Oh, that's a tough question, but I will tell you how it began. It really was the brainchild of Jerry Walter, who, as you all know and love, has put her heart and soul into the Special Olympics movement. So she thought, what a great idea to raise money, to pull together a group of volunteers and take a Sunday afternoon, evening, when some of the TV watching is somewhat slow, and really take an opportunity to sell some amazing items. And it was live back then, so a lot of things were happening. Really sell some amazing items and packages that would be so easy to buy during the holiday season. And then all the proceeds would directly go to the Special Olympics Rhode Island program. So it really was her gem of an idea 20 years ago. And she came to Cox and she said, what do you think? How about putting this on television and out to the viewers on Cox at that time, and what do you think? What would be the idea? And we just embraced it because we thought, what a better way to partner with one of our special community organizations to use our network to promote the organization and at the same time raise incredible dollars to an organization that helps so many athletes across the state.
Now, who were some of the original media sponsors, and how many still sponsor today?
Well, a lot of them are still with the original auction and are still here today, Cox being one of them. And we've always had some great radio partners. And the one that I can think of that has always come to the aid and to bringing such great packages as well as some great talent is Light Rock 105. They've been great partners. They've been on air and they've worked behind the scenes to really promote the auction. NBC 10 has been a long-standing sponsor as well, and continues to support. We have Frank that brings his special personality to the TV auction every year, and also a lot of promotion. Ocean State Networks is also another great sponsor that continues to support and is part of the Cox family. And then Dunkin' Donuts. I mean, they are amazing. They come and provide auction items. They provide support and promotion, not only for the TV auction, but they're just amazing community sponsors.
That's great. Now, Mark, of all the auction items that were donated over the years, which are some that have been faithfully donated since the first auction?
We've had so many continuing great stuff. The New England sports community, it really starts there with the Red Sox tickets, the Pats tickets, the Bruins, the Celtics, the suites, the Dunkin' Donuts donating the Baby B's suite and at the Dunk all the time. We've always had great jewelry, from diamonds to watches to gold jewelry. The hospitality is one of the highlights because of the great hotels and restaurants and the packages to eat at every place that's good in the East Bay and the West Bay and so forth. So, and we've had some pretty wild stuff, from laser surgery to a part in the Farrelly Brothers Dumb and Dumber movie, if you were so inclined.
Now, how has the holiday auction changed over the past 20 years?
Well, if we go back to what Pat was talking about with Jerry and Pat back in the beginning, not necessarily in this order, but first Cox was wonderful. The hours expanded, the ability to create all the way up to eventually a 4-hour live event with personalities and Scott Zolak and as she mentioned, Frank and some of the really great people, like Montecalvo and so forth. We made it quite an event. We made it into a local celebrity event. We made it into a local sports celebrity event. And again, it was all for something great. So I think that was the first major change. Along the way, the sets got better. The team became, and all of you were all part of that team. The team became a really skilled team. I think Jerry's and her team's ability to raise from new sponsors, new, unique, ongoing things. It just grew, and it got better, and it got better every single year. And then
Now, recently we've moved, as Pat talked about, to an online, more of an online tape format, which does do one very important thing. It gives people an entire week to view, to see, to choose, to get the, personal time is precious time. We all know how we're pressed, and this gives people the ability to do that and tune into the taped events and see firsthand and hear somebody talk about it, but really have that entire period to judge what they like and what they want to do and when they want to bid.
Good, and especially like they can, the whole concept, like from the beginning, was that you could shop from home, and now like with the change with the online, as exciting as it was, like to see the live show, like I think you have great benefits, like from how it began with that and what it's like now with online. I think it's a great variety.
I think for all of us that were on the show, that the thing we like saying the most is 100% of everything that happens here.
Absolutely.
Goes to our athletes. I cannot think of anything better to be able to say for a great cause than something like that.
Right, and just the involvement from the athletes behind the scenes, helping out in the auction and the production, and then the ongoing just follow through and in just knowing that it's going to be a good production.
Mm-hmm. Now, can you both describe your partnership with Special Olympics Rhode Island and how you're involved with the auction?
I'll go first because I think I might have a few more years than
Couple.
you. Well, this stems back probably about 20 years, and just being a volunteer. I was part of the original studio crew here when Cox came into the state, and we did participate and be a part of not only a community sponsor, but opening the doors to providing production opportunities to showcase all of the things that are happening for Special Olympics. So started as a very small role, what I think is somewhat of a small role, and just enabling the organization to come in and really tell their message through our medium and through the Cox Network. And then it grew from there, becoming a part of the board, and then eventually becoming president of the board for several years. And then always wanting to come back and volunteer in some small way. And I'm just so happy that every year I can come back and be a part of this auction and continue to, nurture the great relationships that are a part of this organization. So it's been wonderful, and it's been wonderful to sit back and see how this amazing organization has grown, and how folks like you, Mary Ellen, where I went to many meetings with and have traveled many times to different workshops and was able to really tell the message of Special Olympics Rhode Island, and see how much that you've grown through this organization and all your colleagues that are here still helping. It is very rewarding, and it's a tribute to what this organization means.
And how about for you, Mark?
I second all of that. I started a little bit later and really started as a donor where Jerry reeled me in. And soon I was a co-host, and not soon after that I was sort of the chairman of raising everything for the auction, although Jerry still gets all the credit. My name just went on the letters. But
well, you have to have an organizer that cracks the whip, right?
And it's always been a great group. As Pat was saying, that all you guys and the volunteers and all the people that every year come forward, and there's always somebody new wanting to help. I mean, it's been a very, very good event, and I can't tell you that there's anything I've ever enjoyed more than being part of that show. And there's nothing that I can think of better reward for someone that does that kind of work than the hugs that come after it. So it's an incredibly rewarding experience.
That's great. Now, when will the 20th anniversary of the holiday auction take place this year?
Starts really, the first tape show starts the night of the 3rd. I believe it's 7:30 p.m. on OSN. The online is live at 9 o'clock the next morning, the 4th, and it runs till 10 p.m. on the night of the 11th. So there's plenty of opportunity. The show will be rerun. The tape show will be rerun a couple times in that period. I think the last one's the last morning of the 11th. So for anybody that really waits till the end, you real eBay diehards out there,
right.
You still get that last shot. So there's an entire week at what an ideal time of the year, 4th to 11th of December, to review all the great stuff, decide which one of those is yours, and just decide how good you're going to be this year.
Exactly.
Now, Pat, can you tell me again when the show will air?
You know what? I have to do my cheat sheet, if you don't mind.
Okay.
Jerry gave me strict instructions to make sure that I say it right. It'll be on OSN and will air on December 3rd at 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. and on December 10th at 7:30 a.m. and 8 p.m. So 4 air times on Ocean State Networks. So you want to make sure that you either tune in or, as you said, DVR is a great thing. You know, it's wonderful to time shift all of our programming. So plenty of opportunities to take a look at the preview, plenty of opportunities to really see what kind of holiday auction items are for this year.
Okay, well, be sure to tune in. Now, Mark, what advice would you give to businesses to become a sponsor or to donate items for this event?
First of all, you couldn't do something better. But I think that it's an event where everything, as I said once before, everything that is raised, from the donations of the donors to the sponsorship money of the donors, to all the volunteers and everybody that's so committed to help, to all the SOR team themselves, 100% of everything that happens goes back to the athletes. There's nothing better you can say to a donor than what you're giving is going to go 100% to where you would like it to go. I think the second thing is there is great notoriety that comes in very good notoriety that comes for people that sponsor this, because there isn't anyone that doesn't appreciate you if you're associated with SORI as a business or as a sponsor. And I think last, that again, kind of as I said before, that the appreciation you receive for what you do for this event is second to nothing. So there is no reason not to be involved.
I think the beauty of it as a sponsor, if you're a potential sponsor or a potential donor, is that nothing is too small or nothing is too large. I mean, it's amazing how many different items that come through that are so important to so many different people. So it really is the variety that makes it so special.
Yeah, and some of the simplest, most inexpensive packages are great things.
Experiences,
restaurants,
as you said.
Restaurants of the West Bay, right? That I mean, us people in East Bay, we never did that until we got to the auction.
Don't go over the bridge. Right? Yeah.
It's too far to drive.
Exactly. Yeah, it's the experience types and the unique experiences, because you know those are the kinds of gifts that you really search for especially if you have a family that you pretty much have done the gift giving. So what can be unique? What can be an experience that you really can't, really get anywhere else?
And I think just tying that back to the donors, that now there's a great enthusiasm to ask, when's the auction, when's the auction, when's the auction? Yep. And what would be great that I could give you this year that would be either the same or different. So it's really fed off each other in a very positive way with a great result.
Yeah, and the personal satisfaction I bet is a bonus too, because I help with the auction, and I know from like a couple of responses, for somewhere new, someone would say, we would love to do this. What a great opportunity, and just like I can just sense that they must be proud to be contributing to this auction to benefit us. So.
Absolutely, and I think it's pretty unique. I mean, I don't know as far as the other Special Olympics chapters throughout the country, but I'm sure that Jerry has probably provided a lot of information, and I'm sure there's a lot of other gems of these ideas floating throughout the other parts of the community and other communities in the States, because it really is a unique idea, and I know that you go out and speak a lot to various organizations, so I'm sure they're very interested to hear how this all came about, so and to nurture that idea throughout all their organizations.
Yes. Well, thank you both very much for joining me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great to see you again.
Great to see you too. Be sure to tune in next month for another great edition of Special Olympics Rhode Island Magazine.